Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the people. I tell you, I'm so stuffy. Anyways, we're gonna get through this video though. This don't have nothing to do with nothing, but I wanted to say it anyways. Girl, I was thinking about Amber Rose and Tiana Taylor and Iman and the best friend who came out and called out Iman and Amber Rose. We don't know if anything is going on between Iman and Amber Rose, but the friend said that they were all on the boat together once upon a time, not long ago. Okay, I don't know. And she said she was looking out the corner of her eye and she saw something didn't look right. Okay. Anyways, long story short, I'm not going to be going after the side chick or somebody who could potentially be a side chick if you still with the man. Now, if you leave him, then go we can drag her. That's the only reason. That's the only way I'm going. That's the only way I'm gonna drag the side chick. If you still with him, girl, I'm not getting worked up over the situation, the situationship. I'm just not gonna do it because you're still with him. I was thinking about Rashida too. There's no need to get worked up over Rashida's situation, even if you are one of her homegirls, because she's still with the man who cheated on her and had a baby. Now, if Rashida had left Kirk, like Tiana filed for divorce and Iman and took her and took her money and left, and some of them houses and cars, okay, then I could get on board with dragging the side chick because you see what I'm saying. Like you left him, so we can tug on her wig a little bit. Hey, but we can't tug on her wig if you still with a man who tugging on yours. Hello. So if the friend and if Tiana is allowing the friend to get on the internet and tug on Iman's wig, you're in that bald headed helper, Albus, then I'm all for it. Again, we don't know if Amber and Iman were messing around, if they were together. The friend just says that they were all together on a boat one time, and she felt like she saw some inappropriateness happening, and they tried to act like it wasn't what she saw. And now with Iman and Amber Rose being spotted on the beach together, um, the friend now feels vindicated, um, that her feelings were actually probably valid. Again, we don't know if Amber and Iman are messing around, but based off of what the friend is saying, I could see how she could come to that conclusion. I thought I saw what I saw. Fast forward, now y'all on the beach together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get into this mess. So, you know what show I think I may check out? Tia. Tia Mowry. Is that how you say their last name? Mowry? You know, Tia and Tamera. Well, Tia has a show coming out on Wii. I like Tia. She's like a corny, goofy, like kind of chick. Like she seems like real fun, down to earth. No shade. Girl, I'm about to say something that some of y'all not gonna like. I always felt like girl, it was a white twin and a black twin. Now you can decide on who you can decide on who I thought was a black twin or who I thought was a white twin. I remember, I never really watched the real like that, I would tune in if I was just, flipping through my television. And I remember when Tamera was on the show, I remember like, oh, I promise to God on my grandmother's grave. I remember the first thing that popped in my head was, oh, she's a white woman. I promise I thought that. She just gave me white woman tea. I always felt like Tia was a the black woman. I'm like Tia took out the hug. Well, which parent is black? Is the mama black and the daddy white? Whoever white, whoever black, I feel like Tia took after the black parent, and Tamara took after the white parent. Hello, that's what I thought. Okay. Anyways, um, A piece of Tamera's show has been released, and she's basically talking about Tia Mowry reveals she's not as close with her sister Tamera while speaking on Corey Hardrick. Is it Hardrick? Anyways, her ex-husband's the divorce. I wish that me and my sister were still close. So listen to what Tia had to say, and I have a lot to say about this. Oh, hold up.
The family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer. We're about to go to daddy's house now. Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we are right now.
So the first thing is this. I saw people in the comment section saying that, well, you divorced him. Now you miss him. I don't understand what she's trying to say. This was my takeaway from this small piece that has now went viral. I don't think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most people who get married and start a family, I don't think their goal is to just get a divorce. I'm gonna just say that just to be positive. Right? I'm gonna say all. I'm gonna say everybody. I'm gonna say I think everybody. I don't really think this, but I think most people. I'm not gonna say everybody because I would be lying to y'all. I think that most people really do get married with the hopes of creating this family unit and staying together. Even if it is you buying into the fairy tale, right? We're gonna be together forever and ever and ever until the day we die, right? That's the fairy tale. Um, and we know that's not true. We know for a fact that's not true because people get divorces every day. But I think that Tia did not think about her creating this family, having kids, and now having to split her kids in half, right? Now I wanted my kids to have one address, not two. Now my kids have two addresses. I wanted my kids to grow up in a two-parent household. Unfortunately, that's just not the reality. Tia deciding to leave her marriage is because she wasn't fulfilled. Tia said that her leaving her marriage felt like a graduation. Girl. When somebody tells you, girl, when I left my marriage, it felt like the analogy that she used was like graduation. I said, girl, I don't know what happened. We don't know anything about these celebrities. We just know what we see and hear, right? I don't know what happened in Tia's marriage, but Tia no longer wanted to be in the marriage. I think that multiple things can be true. I think that Tia cannot, I think someone cannot want to be in a marriage, and also when they leave the marriage or the relationship, they can still have some type of loneliness that they experience. You see what I'm saying? So for people to act as if like Tia should have just stayed, if you was gonna be out here talking about you lonely, then why did you leave your marriage? Because she wasn't happy, because she wasn't in love with this man anymore. That still doesn't take away from the experience of her being lonely now or her feeling lonely. That still doesn't take away from this image that I had in my head of my family being together. They're no longer together. This doesn't take away from, you know, my kids have two different addresses. Yeah, I guess you could have just stayed for the kids. But I honestly and truly believe that it starts with the parents. You are in charge of showing your kids a happy, positive, functional household. And that is either with somebody or without them. If you a mess, your kids will feel that. and your kids will probably be a mess. If you're happy and your household is happy with or without someone, your kids hopefully will be happy. Okay? Now, I know that's not the case for everybody. Um, Tia was lonely. Okay? Jill Scott, Jill Scott tried to tell y'all. Jill from Philly. Y'all know my girl is a little problematic, but that's my girl. Girl, Jill ain't gonna never stop being my girl. She's just one of them girls we get into an argument with. You know, you got that one friend who you get into an argument with every now and again, but that's still your sister. That's still your brother. That's still my good Judy. We just don't see eye to eye on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? When she throw that cape around and we want to come out here and save Chris Brown, that's when she lose me. Okay, other than that, we good. We good. She trying to tell y'all, I'm lonely whenever you're around. How the song go? I've been talking to this man. He's been saying what I like, and he makes me smile when I'm down, so down. He says sweet things in my ear, all the things I needed to hear. Hey. But that's as far as it's gone. I promise. Yes, come on, Jill. I promise. But I enjoy it. Hey, I love it so. 'Cause it seems like you're in arm's reach. But baby, where are you? Come on, y'all heard her? Jill said you're in arm's reach. But baby, where are you? Where are you? 'Cause I got this fire, hey, sweet and true. But I'm cold as ice. Listen, y'all not listening. 'Cause I'm cold as ice around you. 'Cause I'm lonely whenever you're around. Girl, y'all not listening. Y'all not paying attention. Jill tried to teach y'all here for something y'all don't like to listen. Jill told y'all I'm lonely when you're around. I'm cold as ice. I got this fire, sweet and true, in my body. But when you around, girl, I'm cold as ice. When you around, I'm lonely. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened to the wonderful things we had? Hey, it seems like you're missing in action. Hey, and I'm tired. 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 Yes! Girl, y'all not listening. Jill tried to tell y'all. I don't want to lose this good life, but I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this. Girl. Listen, y'all listen. Rewind it. Rewind in my Missy Elliott voice. Listen. What did Jill say? Um I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. She said, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't want to lose this good life, but I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this. Let me say it again. I don't want to lose this good life. I don't want to lose this good life. I don't want to lose this good life, but I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this. Y'all bitches ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening. Cause I'm lonely whenever you're around. 'Cause I'm lonely. Listen, whenever that was Tia. Tia said I was lonely when he was around. Girl, I don't want to lose this good life. I don't want to lose this good life, but I ain't scared. If I'm gonna be the only one participating in this, because I'm lonely when your black ass is around. And plus I'm paying all the bills anyways. Okay. I'm paying all the bills. You got a job, you got a yin yang around the house. Shout out to fucking girl. You do a little yang yang around the house. You know, you bring in a little check every now and again, but girl, I'm really the reason why we in this multi-million-dollar house. But you know, sir. I'm just saying. Um, I don't think, you know, I'm not the one who wants to be in a relationship, but I do believe that people, for whatever reason, right? Whether it's a selfish reason, whether it's they bought into the fairy tale, the Cinderella story, I do believe that most, when I say most, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying most people, when they start to create these families, the goal for them, again, even though it's not true, is to be together forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever. For some people, it could. For some people, it will be true. Some people will stay together just because, girl, because they said, "Oh, let the devil win." Some people just gonna stay married just to stay married. Some people stay married for financial reasons. Some people stay married because, girl, whatever. But you know, I think Tia deciding to end her marriage, I don't think that takes away from the emotions that she's going to go through after her marriage is done. I could see it being a very, as much shit as I talk, as much shit as I talk, I could see how it could be a very difficult thing for somebody to do, to get a divorce when kids are involved, because now you really have to, you're breaking up the time that you spend with your kids. Not necessarily you're breaking up the time, but that's what's about to happen. You're gonna have your kids one week, he may have kids the other week. You're not gonna see your kids every day, right? And then if you have one of those relationships where it is just an absolute mess after divorce, after the divorce, girl, shout out to the girls and boys who got a divorce. And girl, y'all broke up in love, and it's peace and happiness, and girl, it ain't no mess, it ain't no drama. Y'all spend family, y'all girls spend holidays together, but that ain't everybody's story. Anyways, so also I want to talk about Tia talking about Tamara and her not being as close. Girl, this kind of made me think about the Braxtons and how they. I really feel, this is just my opinion. I really feel that one of the reasons why people don't like the Braxtons are a lot of. I just feel like it reminds people of their families. I feel like the Braxtons is too real. It forces us to look in the mirror, and I think that we want to see, these housewives who fuss and cuss and argue, and you can kind of escape from your reality, because most people don't live like Lisa Vanderpump. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't live like Heather Dubrow. But when you got these women who are bringing these cameras around them and really showing the ups and downs of their family and how they really don't fool with each other, you know, I think it forces us to kind of look at some of our relationships with our family members. So in the clip, as you heard Tia say that she wishes that her and her sister were still close and she could just pick up the phone and call her. I said, well, I don't keep up with Tia and Tamara like that. I just assumed that they were close. And it just goes to show that people just grow apart. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not. Sometimes people grow apart because, girl, life happens. People start to create families, get in relationships, work. So people are going to grow apart. But it also, what makes it not a bad thing is when you recognize that, hey, we may not still be as close. However, we still make time for each other, right? Um, this girl came on Twitter, and this is what she had to say. And I want to read this because I saw a lot of people giving to Tia a lot of flack. Um, this is what she said. I noticed a few things from the Tia and Tamara show on Style Network. One, Tamara spent a lot of time complaining to others about Tia and scapegoating her. She turned everything Tia said into an opportunity to be a victim. Number two, they communicate very differently, which caused friction. Number three, Tia often expected Tamara to drop everything for her when she had a need. Tamara struggled severely with boundaries. Number four, Tamara and her husband often spoke about Tia in a critical way, yet Tia and Corey rarely spoke about Tamara and never in a bad way. Number five, Tamara was extremely passive. And I don't know if this stuff is true or not. I just felt like when I saw her write this, based off of all the negative comments that were being thrown at Tia, I feel like this was more of a balanced um, opinion, right? It just wasn't let me attack to Tamara. You know, it was she had faults and she had faults, right? Number five, Tamara was extremely passive and struggled to communicate openly. She struggled to speak up in the most mundane moments and vilified Tia for advocating for herself, a common trait for non confrontational people. Six, they stayed in therapy trying to figure this out. Number seven, Adam and Tia seemed to have a very distant relationship, yet Corey and Tamara were very close. Adam seemed to create a lot of distance between Tamara and her family. She often prioritized his family on the show. Eight, Tia focused on work. She not only went after jobs, but she created jobs. She is extremely ambitious, but Tamara gave her a lot of flack for working too much. Number nine, Tia could be very inconsiderate. Number 10, Tia was a direct communicator. Tamara was passive. She often got her feelings hurt and at times took things too wrong way. I think she meant the wrong way, which sometimes I felt intentional. Number 11, even Tamara's friends made slight digs at Tia in conversation, and Tamara sided with them. Tamara's husband and friends would talk to her condescendingly often, but she never checked them. Yet Tia could breathe, and it was front page news. Passive people often recruit others to dislike someone because they're afraid to truly confront that person. Girl, these were the issues way back in 2011. Things could be very different now, but even back when I noticed how differently they operated and how Tia was vilified for no reason, she had her issues, but I can see how the bottom eventually fell out. This is all fresh in my mind because I just rewatched the whole series on Prime Video. LOL. And then someone put, thank you for this generally unbiased take. Neither sister was perfect, but social media has yet again taken to vilifying one over the other. Social media needs a villain to function. Girl, I do. Now let's stop right there. I do believe that we have all fell victim to having to make somebody the villain. Now, in some cases, girl, it is a villain. Okay. But I do feel like people think that they have to make somebody a villain in every scenario. And sometimes there's just not a villain. Sometimes people can be wrong, but that doesn't make them a villain. Sometimes there are multiple villains, right? And I hate that. I really do hate that. And I think that really started with the Housewives when it comes to reality TV, anyways. I ain't gonna say it started with the Housewives. Because even in movies, I just told a lie. They didn't start with Housewives. Because even in the movies, there's always going to be a villain. And I don't think that's necessarily the truth in every story that's told. Someone then she responded, "That's true. I think Tamera can come off a bit judgmental, and people are very averse to that. They both seem like sweethearts, though. They do. They do both seem nice." Um, Girl. And then somebody put, "Doesn't help that Tamara got with a Trumpy Republican idiot. He blocked me a few years back. It's sad she went down that path." This is what also Tamara. I'm assuming I don't know when this interview happened, but it had to be recently because Tamara's show was just announced. What when did we first see Tamara was not Tamara Tia? When did we first find out Tia was having a reality show? Probably like a month or two ago when they first started to advertise it. So I'm thinking this was pretty recent. This is what Tamara had to say. Listen to Tamara.
Tia is living her life right now, and Tia is doing Tia. Tia's returning to reality TV. I know. I didn't know until I found out with the rest of the world. Any chance we'll see you on there? She didn't ask me. So I take that as no. She's like, this is my story, right. And I can only respect that. Are you and Adam trying to set her up on any dates or anything? Are you guys playing Cupid at all? I feel like she doesn't want any of our input right now. And I can only respect that. So I think she is doing her. You know her better than anybody, so you like I'm not going. I'm respecting that.
Then there was an article that came out. People reported, this was just reported tonight at 8:07 p.m. Tia and Tamara are still close, but face lack of proximity as they live in LA and Napa Valley. Source. Girl. The twin sisters may be physically separated, but remain close, according to a source. No, they don't. Girl, Tia just told y'all. Girl, she wish she could even pick up the bitch. Let me tell you something. That's one thing, girl. Sometimes we have to just take stuff for what it is. Even when they come out with these sources, the source can come out and say, "Oh no, now it's a clean now we got to clean up on aisle 7, right?" The source comes out after Tia says out of her own mouth that, "Girl, we're not close, and I wish I could pick up the phone and call her." So even with her living, is Napa Valley close to San Francisco? Even with her living in Napa Valley and Tia living in LA, that has nothing to do with them not still being close. Because you can live in 2 different states, 2 different cities, and still be close to someone. You may not see them because of the distance, but you can still be close. I go, we talk every day on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then for Tamara to come out and say, "Girl, I just found out what y'all shooting a a reality show. I found out with everybody else." Girl, they're not close. And I think that drives me to say this. I think that we have to get to a point, and this is a fairy tale too. This is something that they push on all of us. You're born into these families, and because you are somebody's brother or sister or cousin or niece or nephew or grandchild, that means you're automatically supposed to be close with this person. That's your family, right? That's your sister. Well, girl, I didn't have a say so in who my sister would be. Girl, I didn't have a say so in who my brother would be. I didn't have a say so in who my mama and daddy would be. Okay, I didn't have a say so who my grandparents would be. So I was born into this family, girl, that had nothing to do with me. And now you expect people to just get along based off of the fact that they're family. And that's why I feel like the Braxtons is a more it's a more real reality show, because you are more than likely to continue to remain in a relationship or hang around people who are your family before you hang around a group of bitches that you just don't like, aka the housewives. You see what I'm saying? You'll go around family, if it's a family, if it's a barbecue, crawfish boil, Christmas, Thanksgiving, because, oh girl, we having a family reunion. But girl, if it's a group of people, boys, girls who you don't like, girl, you probably not gonna go, because it's like, girl, I don't even fuck with them like that. You don't fool with your family, but you still gonna go. Because that's what they taught us to do. So then when we hear these stories like Tia and Tamara not being as close, it's like, oh my God. But guess what? Tia and Tamara didn't have a choice in them being sisters. And on top of that, they are older now. They have their own lives. They have their own kids, right? They start to probably realize we don't probably have a lot in common. That could be a possibility. I don't know. Just like the Braxtons. What did Tamara say? People are just in there, you have to respect that. That's the same thing Tawanda was just saying, right? People are, you have to, people set their boundaries. You have to respect that. It's sad. I think that I feel like relationships, especially with your family, especially with your siblings, can be very complicated because at the end of the day, that's still your sister, that's still your brother, right? But it's like, girl, I really don't. Especially when you have those, especially when you realize you don't like your siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing we just like, girl, we see each other, ain't no beef. But when you realize you don't like your siblings, and then when you have one of those families like the Braxtons, where they force you to remain in relationship with with the siblings that you may not even like, that could be a bad thing. But Tia and Tamara, they're gonna be all right. It doesn't sound like they hate each other, right? Like I don't think the Braxtons even hate each other. I think I don't think they hate because hate is a strong word. I don't think they hate each other. I could see them realizing that we're not as close as our mother wants us to be. When I see you is when I see you. A part of me feels like they at one point they didn't like each other. I know because there's a difference between hate and like. I mean, it's a difference between hate and dislike. Hate is like hate. Dislike is just like, girl, I don't too much like her. You can start liking somebody again. I mean, you can stop hating somebody too. But y'all good, I'm trying to say. But it is what it is. Shout out to Tia and Tamara. Like I said, I don't, they both do seem like sweet girls, sweet women. Um, who would I rather hang around? Who y'all think? Girl, Tia. And them fine ass brothers. Girl, them brothers is fine as hell, both of them. Taj, and he like 4'11". He's still fine. What's the other one? His name Trevor. Is it Trevor? He fine too. I take both of them. Okay. Friday night you, Saturday night you. Shit. Yeah, okay. Anyway, shout out to Tia, shout out to Tamara. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. Can I say something? So, Chingy announced as a performer for upcoming Nashville Trump event. So, girl, work ain't not as fun it pays the bill. Yes, it does. It gave me the life that I gave to live. Do I really? Oh, my baby. Yes, come on, Erica. Yes. Run down me. Hey, what to do? Hey, I know you got to get your hustle on. So I pray. Mm, I understand the game sometimes. That's skip a part. But I love is strong. Mm, What you gonna do when it come for you? Doom, 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 doom. Work ain't not as money pays bills. Yes. Anyways, so Chingy, I'm gonna say this one time. My job is to perform, and I get paid to perform, not care about. Ooh, girl, Chingy, you too old to still be trying to. Girl, girl, fetch is not gonna happen. Not at our big ass ages. Not care about politics, girl. The girls don't be caring. Girl, you'll care. You'll care. You'll care about politics when they pull your black ass over and they break your neck in the middle of the street and Trump give them give the police officers immunity from prosecution. I bet your black ass will care then. Okay. Anyways, now y'all find something else to do with your time. Hey y'all, the mayor just made September the 14th Chingy Day in St. Louis. Why is this not all on the blogs pages? Chingy still kind of fine though, I ain't gonna lie. Chingy been fine on some real stuff. Can I say something? This girl, because I saw people saying this, and we're gonna have to just call it for what it is, okay? Sydney Starr is the person who came out and lied on Chingy, and his career was ruined. Sydney Starr is a trans woman. Sydney Starr does a lot. I've never met Sydney Starr. I've never seen Sydney Starr in person, even from across the room. She does give me like, girl, you low key a mess, but that's still my trans sister nonetheless. I hope Sydney has grown because she always gave me a very immature, childish tea. I think at one point T.S. Madison tried to take her under her wings so she could spread her wings and fly. But I don't think Sydney was. I don't know. I don't know the ends. I don't know. But can we lift up a mirror? And I want y'all to, not y'all, not y'all, but y'all, but not y'all, but y'all. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV. Not y'all, but y'all. I need y'all to lift up a mirror and put it in front of your face. Because the truth of the matter is, Sydney Starr came out and told a lie on Chingy. But Chingy lost his career because his fans stopped supporting him because they thought that he was a faggot. That's the part that y'all don't want to have a conversation about. Yes, Sydney Starr did something very bad, which was lie on someone. But the fans, the people, stopped supporting him because they thought that he was a punk. Because even though we know that trans and homosexuals are not the same thing, people still put us in the same boat. So even with Sydney being a trans woman, they just said he was gay, right? So people stopped supporting him because he was gay. See, y'all don't want to have to face the transphobia and the homophobia. Not y'all, not y'all. But the people who stop supporting him don't want to face the transphobia and the homophobia that runs through your blood, or at least ran through your blood at the time. That's the real gag. People want to continue to put it on Sydney Starr. Sydney Starr had a part in it, but so did the fans. And the fans have to address the reason why they stopped supporting him was not because they thought his music was trash. They stopped supporting him because they thought that he was gay. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Give me an answer. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's the real tea. Again, it's not taking responsibility or accountability from Sydney Starr because she was dead ass wrong. But I think the people who really need to also address that they were wrong were the people that supported Chingy and stopped supporting him all because they felt like if you did sleep with her, I don't like that you're sleeping with that man because that's what y'all call Sydney. You slept with a man? I ain't supporting him no more. Hey, let's address the homophobia. Let's address the transphobia. Oh, baby, I'm up tonight. I couldn't breathe when I started. My nose had cleared up. Girl, I tell you, it's something about the mess that makes me feel better. I was over here, girl, halfway dead earlier. Honey, I'm up now. I'm up now. We calling out the shit tonight. Playing in my face. And I'm gonna play in y'all's. Anyways, what else is going on? Let's see, baby. So Kim Porter, this is according to the Jasmine brand. So Kim Porter's alleged diary accuses terrifying monster Diddy of physical abuse and filming his sexual encounters with teen male pop star. Oh my God, today. Did Kim Porter make disturbing claims against Sean Diddy Combs in a book before she died? Kim Porter died in her home in November 2018. Her reported cause of death was pneumonia. Since her passing, it has been speculated that she was working on a tell-all book that would have exposed Diddy, who was arrested earlier this week. Now, you know, her best friend came out and said that there was no book. Now, what she did not do was say that the stuff that they said was in the book, it didn't happen. See, because two things can be true at the same time. It could be true that there wasn't a book. But what Miss Thing didn't say, that girl, it wasn't a book. And also the stuff they said that was supposed to be in this alleged book was also a lie. Because she damn sure didn't say that when Kim opened up her eyes one time, she was looking at a hospital ceiling. Um, The two dated for years and share a son, Christian Combs, and twin daughters. Y'all already know about that. About a week before Diddy was taken into custody, a 60-page book called Kim's Last Words, which claims to be Kim Porter's work, was released by her close friends. It has not been confirmed this is actually Kim Porter's writings. The book claims that Diddy was intimate with male and female musicians and rappers and often had orgies in his home. Kim allegedly participated. It alleges that Kim found and made copies of tapes that Diddy recorded of him having intercourse with young boys whose career he was managing. One of the boys was a well-known 18-year-old pop star. Listen, I wasn't there. Okay, I wasn't there. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. But, okay, it's always a but. But, listen. The stuff is, girl, the roosters are coming home. What they say, the chickens are coming home to roost, baby. Girl. Do y'all believe it was a book? Do y'all believe it was a diary? Do y'all believe it's something that Kim Porter wrote? Like I said, her best friend came out and said there was no book. I want the best friend to come out and say that what they saying happened didn't happen. Come out and say that. Okay. Come out and say that. Huh. That's what we want to know. There's so much Diddy news. Girl, I can't keep up. Every time I look up, girl, somebody posting something about Diddy. There's so much Diddy stuff coming out. Honey. That man was really up there. Wherever up there was, girl, really taking advantage of people, violating people, girl, R-ing people, drugging folks. Allegedly. Allegedly. Anyways, I'm gone, y'all. I'm about to watch Power. I started watching Power the final season. When I tell you, bitch, that one with the short hair, what's her name? I don't know her name, with the short hair, the England hoe. That bitch is ruthless. Do you hear me, girl? Talk about a bitch. Girl, I said, oh girl, she don't play no games. Yeah, I said, who the fuck is it? I remember her from. Of course, I remember her from last season, but I don't remember. Girl, I said, oh baby, she is a baby. Girl, I would not even want to speak to her. Girl, I said, girl, when she put that girl, I'm about to tell y'all. Anyways, girl, she's ruthless. Monet, girl, I thought Monet was a mess. Baby, the chick from across the waters. Oh, baby, she don't play. I'll take Monet over her. Girl, Monet is a mess too. You know who I think? You know who I just figured out was kind of fine a little bit, even though he got on my nerves the first couple of seasons. Drew, Drew kind of fine. Drew kind of fine. You know who I can't stand? The one who think he run everything. The other son. He gets on my goddamn nerves. Girl, he makes me sick. Girl, he think everybody must be scared of him. Girl, shut up. Anyways, all right, I'm gone. It's always a nigga with a gun who thinks you're supposed to be scared of him. You are supposed to be scared of a nigga with a gun, okay? Well, I'm just saying, put that gun down. And let's windmill. Okay? Cause I ain't gonna say nothing because you got that pow pow. Put that gun down, girl. We gonna turn this concrete up. Bitch. Okay. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye y'all.